Alright guys, here we are once more with these kinds of videos in which I really love to do. Today we're going to be talking about PlayStation 2, the sequel to the PlayStation 1, of course. The PlayStation 2 released in the 2000. This was the most sold console in the 6th generation, my favorite generation of consoles. So let's take a look. So this console, yes, I do have a lot of games for this console, although I'm not going to show them all, but I have a few things to show here, and very nostalgic, and a lot of you might feel extremely nostalgic by me showing this to you guys. Sony did a really good job on competing with these other consoles, not such the Dreamcast, but also Xbox original and the Nintendo GameCube. So this was the actual winner, just like I said. And a lot of people be like, but the PlayStation 2 is still the best. Yeah, it's still the best sold, of course, but it was not the powerful console in that generation. Although, even though the graphics were better than the Dreamcast, yes, but it was not actually better than the Xbox type of graphics. They do have the similarities of the graphics, yes, but the Xbox and the GameCube were the actual consoles that were actually powerful in terms of speed, because the PlayStation 2 actually had mostly all the games. Because the PlayStation 2 actually had the DVD, unlike the Dreamcast, which was the GD-ROM. The Xbox had something similar to a DVD, but it never played the DVD movies. Neither the GameCube, because the GameCube had the mini discs. But the PlayStation 2, Sony was actually introducing not just the console, but also the DVD. And all these games were actually DVD because it fit more data, of course. But let me show you the console. Still here. Still pretty dusty a little bit because, of course, I have not used it in a long time. But here is the PlayStation 2 Slim. A lot of people might criticize me a lot because I don't have the original fat PlayStation. But a lot of people used to confuse my PlayStation with the original PlayStation, which was this thing, which this was, just connect here, and there we go, and we connect it here. You might be thinking, what the hell is this? Well, this, when I used to play Ratchet & Clank and other games that actually has like 4-player, we used to play with this thing, and they used to confuse my PlayStation with the fat PlayStation, which is the original PlayStation, but of course. So yeah, this PlayStation, and let me show you the controller. I know you guys love, the actual controller. Not even the rubber thing are here, because there were so many games that this controller survived. And I'll be showing you those type of games that used to, use this kind of feature. So, before I get to that, let me go and show you one of the classics. So I got Kingdom Hearts, and of course, Kingdom Hearts 2. Awesome games, very nostalgic. Square Enix and Disney doing their thing, of course. Back in the day, they were top dog. Disney, what happened to you? And of course, I do have, in the Dreamcast, I did have this version. I'll be showing you all the versions of each console. Let's see, yeah, it's still here. The booklet, everything, it's there. And all of you might remember the iToy. I do have the iToy Play 2. I do have the iToy Play 1 over there. So this game came with this camera, and this was another gimmick that the PlayStation 2 had, and just to connect it to the USB right over here. So yeah, this console also had USB. So the iToy, I don't have the CD here, no, the DVD here, but I do have it around there. But it had like mini games and all that, and I used to play the hell out of this game back when, you know, I lived with my parents and the sisters, and even when a visitor just came over, like, hey, let's just play iToy. And of course I cannot, you know, like, hey, if you don't have this game, you don't have a place to, like, this game was the shit. But there's other, I do have the third one. I don't have the 1, 2, or, because of course when I got the PlayStation 2, I got some other Naruto games, and that's Naruto Chronicles, Uzumaki Chronicles, and Uzumaki Chronicles 2. These games, I used to use these games so whoa. I used to play these games a lot. And a lot of people might say, but the Uzumaki Chronicles one was way better. Like, but this actually had a co-op. Although back in the day, when a sequel went into, you know, release, and they made the sequel, they always do the co-op, and then the co-op just mess things up in the game. It's not like a like a single player game, and it loses the story. That didn't actually happen here, at least for me. So if you have not played these, please do. If you're a Naruto fan, please do. Like, these are gold. So the game, let's see, wait, hold on. I do, damn, even it almost had like the GameStop price right there all ripped off, but I used to have this Shaman King. Yes, I am a Shaman King fan. So I used to watch it on, I think it was 4Kids, but then I had to watch it online because, of course, 4Kids, they never finished it. So, yeah, I almost forgot. 8 megabyte was just enough to fit all these games. So this is the memory card. So just go here. Oh, and I think here it is. The last game I used to play here was actually Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3. So there we go. Now, I hope you guys are ready for this, because this is why most of PlayStation 2 controllers went bonkers. I used to play with my friends a lot. A lot of friends used to spam. These poor controllers survived. I don't know how these controllers will actually survive, the new ones, but hey. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. One of the most played games with my friends. This game was insane. I know Sparking Zero is something like this. Yes, I have played Sparking Zero. And I know it's not the same game. Obviously, Sparking Zero is like something that it's fresh, it's new. It has more features, it has more characters. Guys, this was like, if you had a beef with your friends, go ahead and play Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. And this game, I don't have the game here, but I do have this used to have bring the best fighting. It only has like 10 fights here, in which in Dragon Ball Z plus Dragon Ball GT back in the day, they used to have more fights than just 10 best fights. Yes, this actually had only like Z and GT fights, which was what are you guys trying to do here? And yeah, this is not the whole collection of my games. It's just a fraction of what I do have in my collection. This is a piece of my collection. PlayStation 2. Love this console. Love the nostalgia. I love that I met a lot of friends. Even though the pressures of these consoles and this 6th generation consoles were that of the beginning of online play. But at the same time, it still had that couch, that in the house type of gathering all together and play a game in one single place. I have a lot of memories with this thing, and I do have a lot of memories with the PlayStation 3, 4, and 5, of course, but nothing like this. And for me, the PlayStation 2 is one of my favorite console from that generation. And I hope you guys loved this video and went into the nostalgic back in time type of video. And I hope you guys enjoy. And of course, I think this actually works. I think it still works. I'm gonna try it out later and see if, you know, if I can play some games later on if I have a little bit of time. So yeah, guys, I hope you like this video. I'll be making the next one, I think is the Xbox or the Nintendo GameCube, which was actually next in line. This has been Zyropunky, and I'll see you guys later.